in this video.
Oh yeah, they do move in, look, and turn all sorts in here.
Hotter, hotter.
Fantastic! So then when you're ready to go, boom.
Don't want to burn my mouth.
Yeah. Oh, look at these. Of course, the giveaway, the lunchbox. I didn't zip the bag up. As part of the Parkside tool haul, I bought the Parkside wall and floor sander. Let's give it a try, unbox it and play around with it. I've got some great uses for it coming up and some more tools from Parkside that I want to show you. And a centre tool from another brand. And we'll do the giveaway results for the Parkside lunchbox. And I've got another one to give away. So stay tuned to the end of the video for that. And without further ado, let's get on with it. Hello, sheddies, and you join me again in my shed. And here it is. Now, the current offers came out on the 18th of September, so they should still be in store. I have heard stories that some stores don't keep as much stock, which is frustrating. I know. It's obviously mains, not battery powered. Used on wall and floor surfaces, drywall or wooden surfaces. Number if you need it, PWBS 180B3. 1050 watts. No load rotation speed, 400 to 1900 RPM. Sanding plate size, 180 millimeters diameter. Now I did see someone in the comments mention, I think that they were struggling to get the discs for these, but I haven't looked into that. So worth checking out before if you want to buy one. Dust collection bag, 25 litres, which is a good idea. Saves putting a vacuum on it. Apparently, I've heard that they're quite good. So it looks like a hard grinding, like diamond blade disc there. Spanner and some sanding sheets. I think varying grits. 3-year warranty. Designed in Germany. And up on the back or on the side. Seeing all that, seeing all that. Close edge working thanks to the removable front part of the protective hood. 2 easy exchangeable attachments. Spindle lock. Carbide cup wheel. Ah, it's a carbide. I don't know why I thought it would be diamond. Carbide cup wheel for rough abrasion. Handy. Hook and loop sanding disc for working with sandpaper. 6 sanding sheets. Integrated suction function with dust collection bag. And flexible suction hose. Connection for external dust extraction. Includes adapter, adjustable handle, ergonomic, soft grip, rubber. Cables 5 meter long. That's good to read. Sanding sheets 40, 80, 120, grit, 2 of each. And there's some more specs if you want them. Now, I think the comment was, can get the disc, but the holes don't marry up. But yeah, I've not investigated that properly. Right then, let's have a look. I'm looking forward to using this. Because we've got some walls that need sanding back and some floors. Here it is. Beast. Right. Oh, and the bag, look. Big old bag. Strap to put it over your shoulder. Parkside. And a zip to open, I think. Oh, a zip at the bottom there. Little opening. Nice. I think that's out. Sandpaper. So how many holes it got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, and hook and loop on the back, as we'd expect. And here's the carbide disc. Yeah. That's going to eat away at stuff, innit? For walls and the like Artex. Most people used Artex to cover up cracks and everything. If you have skimmed plaster, then it's worth getting the Artex off first, or whatever stipple effect it may have. Or patchwork, or polyfiller, or whatever. Yeah, but I don't know if you're going to use that on there. More sandpaper. But be careful. I mean, obviously Artex is a name, but yeah, be careful with the older stuff because it might contain asbestos. It's worth checking it first. 13 amp plug. 5 meters of cable. Good length. Instructions. Fairly chunky. So diagram as usual, what everything is. That's the bit that comes off the front, look. So you can get right up to the edge. Got these brushes around the outside, or bristles. Stops the dust from escaping. Everything's numbered in the diagram, and that's what they represent. There's some specs. Right. Let's get it out. Beast. Reducer. And a spanner. Do the cable. So what we got then? Handle on top. Good amount of rubber on there. All rubber. For droppages and nice grippages. Rubber all around here, extensive amount for your thumb underneath as well, or on top, fingers underneath. Speed settings, minus, plus. It locks in like that, so release, push in first and then push forward and then lock in. Always good to see red on green on Parkside. You can see where all the knobs are and things that move. Just the handle with those, so release those 2 knobs and pull back. And it's got some notches in there, so it locks in place. And that comes off the front, does it? Must be the lock for the spindle. Yeah, that's free moving, and then lock in. Shows the direction. Here's the instructions how to remove it. So not to pull up from the bottom, but to pull out from the top. How does that work then? There we go. Bit of force needed, but it comes out. How do you get it back on? There we go. Yeah, bristles like a... Oh yeah, they do move in, look. Hit the surface and it's always trapping the dust inside here to send out through there. Oh, it's got a little locking up device on there as well, which is handy. Go in like that and turn, locked in. Good. And then we've got an adapter here as well for a vacuum if you want to use it. Nice. Let's see what the bag's like. So plastic everywhere, of course. This is plastic. Here's the hook and loop. There's the spindle, like a grinder. Push the lock button at the front there. Lock him in, and there we are. Undo the collar from the spindle. Take him off. Then we can put this one on. Nice. But for now, let's leave the disc on there. Back on. Tighten it up like that, rather than using the spanner. It's obviously going to be a brushed motor. So what else is to look at? That's about it, really. I've actually got a couple of pieces of wood that I've sprayed up with paint so we can try it out on that. And I've put some like tile grout on the end of one, let it dry and made it all messy so we can try sanding that off. Because the jobs I want to do in the house aren't ready for this yet. So I thought we'd demo it. So let's start off with 80. Let's just do 80 first. Line up with them holes. But let us know in the comments if you're the person that mentioned about the holes. Right, that's on there. Good. Yeah, you can feel those bristles going inwards when it hits the deck. Stick him on. Nice. Pop the bag over my shoulder. Let's get a bit of wood. An offcut of ceiling joist that I actually used in the house when I did a renovation, assisted it up against some other ones. It was just wood on that side, but then I've sprayed it red on that side. And then I've slapped on a load of tile grout just to see how it can handle it. All messy and horrible, look. I come prepared, dried hard. And then I've got a piece of treated timber, outdoor timber that I've sprayed as well. Right, let's get straight into it. Put my dust mask on. These are fantastic, and I've got a discount code if you want it. I'll put it in the description below. Washable. They don't steam up your glasses. First try turning it on, see how loud it is. Let's plug it in first. On and on. That's very loud. Jesus. That is loud. Right, let's give it a go. So push down, push in. Yeah, when I push down, it's moving. Let me put a clamp on it. That'll do. Really, I should have set a piece of wood up that's a width for this because there's going to be dust escaping from under there, but it's just a trial run. Let me move that forward a bit as well. Better. Right again. Oh yeah. Oh, I like it. Oh my God. I didn't zip the bag up. Oh, red dust everywhere now. We're collecting it though. Typical. It's doing the job though. Look at that. Oops. Fantastic. It's a bit red. Forgot about the power control. Let's have a look. So, it's the lowest position. I got the highest, did I? Oh Oh, yeah! Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done it with that paint, really. Yeah, it's all matted in there. I've got my cleaning stick here for sandpaper. Usually works, but I think it's proper gunked up. But now it's back to raw wood. Let's put the 120 grit on there. There we are. Turn it up a bit. That is smooth. Smooth. Let's just flip it round. Off. Yeah, and obviously with that off, it will take the bristles off as well. And you get right up to the edge. And of course, this will be good for sanding down sheds, floorboards, filler when you've had pipes or whatever put into your walls, or getting ready for a skim. This is going to be a bit harsh. Right, give it a go. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Ripping it. Woohoo! Imagine that on walls, can't you? Taking concrete off with that. Or maybe brickwork in your house. If you want to have like a display wall of showing brick, taking all the concrete and plaster off and what have you. So, loads of uses. I'm going to play around with it more because I'm sure there's things I've missed out on this. But I just wanted to show you out the box. I'll take you along on it when I've read the instructions and I do the work in the house. I won't show you the whole job, but just to show you in action. Right, next is a product from Topdon. As you know, I've had Topdon stuff before. Brilliant company. And they're also the sponsor of this video. And it is the Topdon thermal camera for your phone. I'll put the link below and there's also a discount code. It's on Amazon. They sent me out a thermal camera for smartphones. TC002C Duo Thermal Imager. As you can see, it connects onto your smartphone or iPhone. Made for iPhone. Use of the Made for Apple badge means that an accessory has been designed to connect specifically to the Apple products and has been certified by the developer to meet Apple performance. Nice packaging, nice box. Let's have a look. Here we go. Slides out nicely. Topdon. Ooh, nice case it comes in as well to protect it from dust and debris. There's the instructions. Solid outer. Bit of a loop on there as well. Let's unzip it. Have a look. Neatly packaged away. Foam to hold it in place. Finger hole there to get it out. And dinky in it. How compact that is. So there's the USB-C connector. Do like that about Topdon products. They're really aesthetically pleasing. I always find that something looks well made is usually good quality. So there's not much really to see there. The proof in the pudding is using it. So we also get a cable, or two cables. Oh yeah. So you want to use it on the normal iPhone plug. So USB to USB-C or adapter for it. And another USB-C socket. Little cleaning wipe, that's presumed for the lens. And a little pocket to pop it all in. Right, I think the first thing to do, download the app, plug it into my phone. See what happens. So go into your app store, type in Top Infrared and download it, open, and here we go. And then plug the camera in. Right then, I'm filming in this old mirror because as you may know or not know, I do all the filming for YouTube on this phone, iPhone 15 Pro Max, I think it is. In fact, I pretty much use this for everything. So it's handy having this camera because I can just plug it in when I want to. And when I plug it in, I'll record the screen so you can see what I see. But it's got a great feature, as well as being able to see it thermal or infrared, you can see it as it actually is as well. I'll explain when I show you. So we can see the lens on the front there. We can plug it in either way, actually. So we can plug it in that way, or we can plug it in that way. It's got a feature as well, so you can flip the screen, so you can have your phone like that, or like that. Also, those cables have got two. One has got a USB at the end that the cap comes off, so you can plug into your PC with that, and then it reveals a USB-C, and at the other end is a USB-C socket which means that we can extend the Topdon camera. So I'll plug that into there, USB-C. On the other end, I can fix the camera like that. So instead of just having this fixed to the phone, we can move it around, look. Handy. You've got the old style iPhone plug. You can plug it into your phone and then put the infrared camera in that socket. Right, but first of all, let's plug this in and I'll show you what I see. So first of all, it shows offline. You plug it in and it shows online. And first of all, enable thermal imagery. And I'm in the shed here. And if you notice, it's upside down. They're lights. But you can rotate it the other way around, and now it's in the right position. This is in case you've got the phone upside down and you put it in at the top of the phone, if that makes sense. And you can flip it as well. You can take photos. We'll do one of them in a second. AI detection. There's also videoing on there as well, so you can video it and watch it later. And then we've got the full image option, which takes the temperatures off the screen. This is interesting. To draw a line segment and it shows you the temperature change from one to the other. So I drew a line and it shows you a graph there to illustrate it. Handy. And there's also this option, like as I mentioned earlier, where you can put the actual camera footage from your phone on the screen at the same time. And then you can adjust the transparency of it, either fade it away or bring it full resolution. It's got stacks of features. If you check out the link, it will show you everything it does. And then we've got a zoom in option and zoom out, of course, and an option to change the colours. There's so many reasons why a thermal camera is a good idea: for checking for leaks in the house, because it will show different temperatures, identifying where heat escapes from your house, around doors, windows, the roof. Just there, you can change the font size and the colour of the font. Spotting animals that might be running around your garden at night. Showing where pipes are in the walls and also stud walls. Electric cables, circuit overloads, that sort of thing, circuit boards. Here I rotate the screen, which is probably better for when I do the filming. You can change the parameters. Like I say, loads of other uses. It's worth checking out on the link because it's more descriptive on there. And as I mentioned, you can take photos and also record. So there's a photo taken, then go to the gallery. There it is. It also appears in your gallery in your phone. And this is actually a recording that I took on it. And that, again, that's stored in your phone as well. So here I am in the house. There's the radiator. The heating hasn't been on for a while, so that's why it's low, but we'll heat it up, put the heating on. First of all, cold water tap, and you can see the cold tap, or the cold is darker in colour. Well, it is in a second, as you can see there. So if you did see water damp patches in the ceiling, you'd be able to see them if something is leaking from a pipe. Put the hot water on, and watch how bright this goes when it gets warm, or hot. So we're up to 28 degrees there, hotter, hotter. And I suppose you could use these in a workshop or a shed, keeping the insulation good and making sure there's no heat escaping. And we talk about losing electricity. Look in that corner there is a smart plug, 28.7 degrees. It's not even on. So that's just in standby. And check out reflective heat. That's me in the trimmer of the extractor. And then we've got an Amazon dot in that corner. That's producing 28 degrees. That's not even on. And then we've got a cabinet in the front room that's got the Virgin broadband, that sort of thing. And then we've got heat loss, if you like, in the corners of the room. Radiators with the pipe going up to the ceiling. Here's a kettle. I'm just about to have some porridge. Really nice they are. I get them from Lidl as well, really cheap. Just put some hot water in there and some blueberries or whatever you like. Have you noticed? Kettle's up to 94 degrees Celsius. And then put the water in there and it's like, when you look at this, it's like lava. Take my time with this. Don't want to burn my mouth. 82 degrees. There's me, so you spot an intruder in the back garden as well. And the radiator heating's on now, so if you look up, you'll see the pipes where they're routed into the ceiling. So Topdon, cheers. Loads of other uses for it as well, including your car, machinery, HVAC systems. I've got my log burner I still need to put in this shed. I'm going to do that before winter. Good to see where all the heat's escaping. Anyway, next. Now, remember the last video, I was talking about all these decorators tools, 99p each, loads of them, and I didn't get them all. I'll show you what I got. That one's interesting, paint edger. So you put your paintbrush in there with the head of it just there. Put your paintbrush against it, take the card off. So it's like that way round. That fit. Yeah. From 25, 38 and 50 mil. You can adjust the wing nut into the varying holes depending on the width of it. But if you get it right to the top of that piece there, tighten it up, put it in paint, and then you can use that as the edge. So if you're doing skirting boards, door frames, whatever, you're going to stop the paint from getting the wood because it's protecting it here. And then this folds back, and I think that's really for when you want to clean it off. Or is that, I know that's just to put the paint in, of course, isn't it? Put the paint in first, then when you're ready to go, bump, off you go. Pack of scrapers, pack of 25, 38 and 75 millimeters across. Handy. Stirrers, speak for themselves really. And I've got a hanger, so you can hang it on the side of the paint tin. Holes in there so you can stir it round. Tin opener or paint bucket opener. Speak for itself again. We normally use a screwdriver, don't we? Or whatever bit of metal we've got. One of these, we don't need one again. These are great. Cleaning out brushes like a comb. Just go through the brush. It's covered in paint. Covered in paint, then just go, lovely. Get all the paint off, excess. And then a roller scraper, scrape the roller out. I normally get my hand and just off like that, but right mess. It's like concave in there, so it collects it all and then back into the tray or tin. No rubber on the handle. Scraper speaks for itself. Standing knife blade in there. Stickers off windows or grime on windows or adhesive, off anything really. And a foam paintbrush set for applying finish, varnish, oil, whatever you want really. No bristle marks in it with a foam brush. Pack of 3. And there was some wire brushes as well. I didn't bother with them because I've got loads of them. Next, then I got the stationery stuff. All sorts in here. Pritt stick, or fake stuff. 4 in a pack, 79p. Correction tape. If we mark it up all our drawers and stuff in the workshop and we get something wrong, we just pour, let me show you. Take the end off. Here it is, like a little roll of tape in there. I say we want to cancel something out, cover something. Here we are. Nice. That's better. There we are. Can do it neater than that, of course. Pencils, a pack of 8 with a rubber on top. Eraser. Again, 79p. Never have enough pencils in the workshop. Don't want to bash these about too much. Don't want to break the lead. But speaks for itself. Quite nice, actually. A satin finish on there. Quilando, we've had stuff from there before. Again, from Lidl, though. Then pens, varying colours. They're nice. Ooh, a little nib on the end. Protector. Off. Oh, hang on. What's happened there, then? Should that be on there? These little... No, I've never seen them before. That little nib on the end. Looks like it's supposed to come off, but there you go. And then I had to get these. Quilando again, but in Parkside green. Oh my, who is it? Yes. Look at them. Big chunky rubber grip on the end. Clip to put them on your pocket. Nice. And these nibs on the end as well. Supposed to come off. Yes, of course they are. Yeah, that's better. So these nibs come off then. Yeah, I just took it out with my teeth. Don't recommend doing that. Oh, that's better. I thought they should stay on there. I can't even use a pen now. And Pritt stick. We all know what Pritt stick does. Out it comes. Bit on there. It'll eventually stick. It's good for some applications. So that's the stationery stuff. It's 79p a pack. Next, cable holder sets from Tronic. Again from Lidl. Yeah. Oh, look at these. There's quite a few in there. They're good. 3-end sticky pads on the back as well. Can't be bad. So there's the single ones. And 5 in a row. Bend. They're actually rubber. 3 in a row. 3 in a row. Right, let's try them out. It's always good to see 3M on adhesive. So, cable. Oh, yeah, straight in. I mean, that cable's thinner, so it's just going to slide along. But if you're routing a bit of cable somewhere, putting up some lamps or whatever in your workshop, and take them out when you don't need it. Or if you want to string up some cable just temporarily. I nearly missed them as well. Glad I got them. And I can't remember the price of them, so I'll put them on the screen now for the box. Next, of course, the giveaway, the lunchbox, rubber handle, nice strap that unclips, 2 layers to it, top one, bottom one, opens out. I've shown a bit of a review on that in a previous video. net pocket at the front, a tray at the bottom in case you drop it in puddles. So this is for the new giveaway. We'll do the giveaway for the other one of these that I did in the last video in a few seconds. Of course, with this, you get the sticker as well. Tool lover, just put I'm in below. Either I'm in on its own in the comments or a comment afterwards. Thoughts, opinions, whatever you like, or just I'm in to be entered. And I'll only announce the winner in another video, never in the comments. So get your comments below and be subscribed. Right, let's do the results for the last giveaway for one of these. So as usual, scroll up and down the screen without looking at it until my finger lands on somebody. And this time it is Bobberock71. Send me an email. It's in the description below. Well done. Sorry to everyone else, but you've got another chance to win a lunchbox. Put I'm in below in the description and be subscribed. Cheers. As I always say, I'm not an expert. These are just things to get up to at the weekend in my shed. But any comments, thoughts, experiences, tools you're buying, put them in the comments below. It helps me and others. That sander will really come in handy when I do the loft. There's loads. It's not Artex, but it's like a stipple effect. I've got to really sand it back. And I'm going to do some floorboards as well. I won't go into too much detail. I'll just show you in action. And give me a thumbs up, really helps. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Take care. And remember, keep calm and head to the shed. Cheers.
See you next time on Weekend Shedhead.